Good evening, Blues. It's Stephen here, back with another video. City play Southampton tomorrow in the Premier League after our midweek victory, a 5-0 win against Sparta Prague. It was an awful lot of fun as well. It started off sort of a bit slow and all that kind of stuff, but we got there in the end and we won, and it was really good fun. Tomorrow, of course, the Premier League is back. The only unbeaten team in the Premier League is our beloved Blues, Manchester City Football Club, and I'll be doing my watch along live as always on bigup.com tomorrow. The link is in the description. Check that out. I'll be live before the game on here and then live on Big Up for the stream for the watch along. But today, of course, is all about the match preview and going through this game, trying to predict what's going to happen, and also trying to get our head around Manchester City's injuries, Southampton a little bit. We'll obviously go through Guardiola's press conference quotes, all that kind of stuff. There's loads to talk about today. Before I get into that, though, I want to talk about today's sponsor on this video. I am working with Fan Team. Fan Team has teamed up with me, Esteemed Kompany, to bring you 2 exclusive offers because there are some big Premier League games this weekend. If you don't know what it is, Fan Team is basically a fantasy football thing, but it's Europe's biggest fantasy sports platform. They're giving you a chance to win big with 3 special offers to celebrate partnering with me for City's game on Saturday. There's loads coming up, and there's also a chance to win via myself a classic retro shirt like this. So pay attention to that, and that'll come up later on in the video. If you want to check it out already, there's a link in the description below, and there's also a link in the pinned comment. There'll be more about that later on, though. Don't you worry. It's all very, very, very exciting. So anyway, let's talk about this game of football. I'm very excited for it. It should be fun. Fan Team are in the chat as well there. Hello to Fan Team in the chat using their YouTube. Good to see you there, Tom. And Fan Team, they're top lads. Let's go through, of course, the press conference quotes and Guardiola, talk about what this game means. Currently, of course, Man City are currently sat in second. We're currently in second. And I will go over to the table right now to show you where we're at. There we are. We're sat second behind Liverpool. Liverpool got Arsenal this weekend, so there's no denying that this could be an opportune moment to go top of the table. If Arsenal do us a favour and get some points against Liverpool, I'm sort of hoping that'll be a draw. We would be on 23 points to Liverpool's 22 if we get a win. And it'd be nice. Either way, Liverpool win this, they'll feel like they are invincible. And there's a good chance they'll feel that way, regardless if they get some points, because they're doing very well right now. Look, I'm not expecting this to be easy, but it is what it is. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. This is going to be a tough title race, but we will get through that. In terms of this actual game, look, I'm going to keep my voice down a little bit, by the way, because Nicola's trying to get Ruben to sleep downstairs, and I feel a little bit bad. In terms of this game, look, Guardiola has been very chatty in the press conference, as per usual. I'll go to his quotes. And there was a lovely quote, by the way, from Trent about City's atmosphere, which I was reading earlier, made me laugh, about how good it is. You know, contrary to popular belief, it's a wonderful atmosphere at the Etihad Stadium, and it always has been in big games in particular. Anyway, Guardiola was in the press conference, and he confirmed a whole bunch of players out. We'll get onto that in a bit. He talked about Southampton. He said he will have success at some point. When this happens, always you'll have success sooner or later, about sticking to his principles. But anyway, he said about Phil Foden, he said, I know when he's fine, he will get it. He's a natural talent and he will get it. The first goal against Sparta defined Phil a little bit. He's incredible talent, solving the game for himself. Yeah, Phil, he keeps talking about Phil in vague terms as if there's something going on, like he's not fully there yet mentally. And he'll get there. I'm sure he will do. He was also asked about us potentially going 2 years at home without defeat. He said, a question I don't like. Oh God, 2 years at home without defeat in the Premier League. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Imagine that. God, things have changed when I was a kid. They really have. So you've got to appreciate it while you've got a chance to. Things have changed an awful lot. He did talk a lot about. He's been talking a lot about low blocks at the moment, and he said he actually believes Spurs, Bournemouth, and Brighton will not play with a deep block against City, though he does not know what Sporting will do yet. I think he's right. They'll go for it. So it's going to be a very interesting change of tack, given what we've been used to recently. I suspect, we will see City attacking 11 behind the ball. We saw that tactic against Sparta where Kanji just kept the ball and invited pressure, and it led to the Haaland's second goal. It was beautiful. I don't know if that will work against Southampton. They'll have to sit and park for a point, but we've got to approach it and play our usual game. Guardiola was very, very, very praiseworthy of SAVINHO. He said, I have the feeling that he wants to be the best. He wants to be the best on the pitch. He wants to try things. He participates in everything. He has courage. He has the ball and tries tries again. He's not scoring goals, but he's trying and shooting. And in the last game against Wolves, it was a free kick and he wanted to take it. He's a young guy. And he had the feeling that he's at City to become a good player. And that defines really, really good players. And he's on the verge with his consistency, with his ambition. He will get it. I love these quotes. Guardiola understands more than anyone in world football what it takes to be a genius player. He's managed the best to ever do it. Lionel Messi. I would argue that he coached the best out of Lionel Messi. And he understands that hunger. Half of football is bravery and work rate. It is. Half of football is that. If you have the bravery and the work rate, bravery to try things and the work rate to correct your mistakes and keep going, you've got a chance. But when you've got the talent Savinho's got as well at the same time, Guardiola says he wants to be the best. He wants to be the best on the pitch. He wants to try things. I love that about Savinho too. You can tell as soon as he came, you had no fear of adapting. There was no caution. There was an immediate, healthy confidence, a healthy arrogance to his game. He's humble and arrogant at the same time. It's probably just confidence, really, is probably the middle word there, where he'll work really hard for the team. He'll keep trying, loses the ball, he'll keep going again. Yeah, it's really, really reassuring. And I'm a big fan of him, so absolutely. There wasn't really much in the press conference for that, really, to be honest. It wasn't like the deepest press conference, but I'm sure there'll be more later on tonight at 10:30 when he does the open one. There was sadly some team news. Look, we are struggling right now, Let's go to Guardiola. Let's talk about the team news. He confirmed we've got 6 players out. Rodri, Oscar Bob, Kyle Walker, Kevin De Bruyne, Jack Grealish and Jeremy Doku. Bloody hell. On De Bruyne, he said, I don't know when he will return. Of course, I prefer to have all the squad with this amount of games, but it is what it is. Hopefully, he comes back soon. I don't know yet. I would like to tell you, but I don't know. We are really down on the injury front. That's all he said, but obviously, Rodri out for the season. Oscar Bob, January, February, according to Guardiola, I'm going to presume March. Kyle Walker, we don't know, do we? Kevin De Bruyne. The problem with Kevin De Bruyne, it just feels like, you keep saying it's a small issue because it is. It's not like he requires surgery. He can train, but he's feeling pain and discomfort. That could go, or it could not go. That's the thing. It's really hard just to sort of know if it's going to go or not. Like, it could be that he one day he wakes up and he has no pain, or it could be pain carry on for a long time. We just don't know. Jack Grealish, Doku, a couple of weeks minimum, I would guess, for those guys, which means no recognised left wing is absolutely Joel in the chat there. And we need people to step up. Of course, Nunes played left wing the other day. And he's probably going to get a chance again, which we'll go into in a minute. But look, the squad is thin. That is 6 players there. We only really have 18 to 20 senior players. Like, it's a third of the squad not available. Like, we are down big time right now in terms of the substitutions available and injuries. And it's a lot of quality. Look, 4 of them minimum start every game. It's an awful lot. 4 of those players will be on the pitch most weeks. 5 of them maybe. They're going to play. All of them are going to play every week probably, if they're available. So we are down so much right now, and it's this time of year when it happens all the time. When we've got so many players. I mean, usually they come back, but last year it was De Bruyne was out for ages, Rodri out for the season, Oscar Bob was out for ages, so we've got worse injuries than last year, I would argue already. The only good thing is, of course, we played the other day and it worked nicely in terms of getting people back into a little bit more rhythm and in a good place mentally and so on, but we will see. As for the actual predicted 11, let's try and do that now. I'll go over and obviously look how we played the other day. I think it's always good to look back before we look forward. Against Sparta Prague, we pretty much played the team that we had to. Ortega was in goal, Rico Lewis, John Stones, Akanji, Ake, Gundogan, Savinho, Phil Foden, Bernardo, Nunes and Erling Haaland. Ederson is going to start in goal. I think Rico Lewis is definitely going to start a right back. Haaland is going to start up here. That's a guarantee. Nunes will start on the left again because he has to. Got no one else who can play there. Savinho will start over here because I think he will do as well. Phil is getting back to his best, so I think he's going to play. I think it'll be this. I think Gundogan's going to get a start here in midfield. I might be wrong. It's very hard to say, but I think Gundogan... I don't know. I mean, the other day it was Gundogan. Yeah, I think it'll be that. Phil Bernardo. I think he'll play the same team again. Like, on the bench the other day, we had Kovacic, Vardiel, Diaz, O'Reilly, and Ederson. I think it's going to be something similar again. Don't be surprised, actually, we see Gundogan rest this one out, because I think he probably needs one. I think with Foden back to sort of his best, Kovacic, Foden, something like that. Of course, the other day it was... Stones, Akanji, Ake, Lewis. Does Vardy? I think Vardy comes back into the team. With Ake not being that fit right now, I think he's going to play him. I must admit, I did like Vardy and Akanji's pace and the recovery. I want Akanji to start personally. And then it's one of Diaz or Stones. I would guess Diaz. Stones has played a lot of football recently, and I think Diaz will come in because he rested. Nicola's having a go at me like, what do you want me to do, Nicola, in the chat? I'm working, you know. She's annoyed at me because I keep rooming up. She's being unfair with me there, texting me constantly. What can I do? You know, I've got to work, unfortunately. Sorry, Nicola. But, you know, he'll go to sleep eventually. But I think it's going to be something like this. It doesn't leave much in terms of the bench. The bench is weak. It's going to be... I mean, I've been curious to see if we have any youngsters on the bench. Like, I think we might see... We'll have Ortega. Ortega will be on the bench. Then, based off this team, it'd be Ake. Who else would be playing? Stones. It's not strong at all, you know. It'd be Gundogan, McAtee, O'Reilly. Is that it? Carson. Is that basically it? Have I missed anyone out there? It ain't much, is it? Oh, it's a weak bench. That's all I can think of. So we've got 2 keepers there. Like, we are really down. We are really down in terms of like actual options. I mean, I think who else could play? Like, I'll go to. How did the man? Let's have a look at Man City's EDS and how they've been playing and so on right now. We might see Jacob Wright on the bench potentially. It's hard. It's very hard, like, to predict who's going to get in this on that bench because we just do not have the players right now. We do not. It's difficult. It's difficult to try and pad out that squad when we've got so few players available. I suspect we could see a surprise there. It'd be nice if we did. Maybe Justin Abuado. He's got a hat-trick the other day. Ryan McAdoo was amazing, but he is only like, you know, he's a baby still. You could see... I'm trying to think of someone else. Braithwaite played, of course, the other day, and he was good. So maybe we could see him get a chance. Maybe we see Jaden Heskey on the bench. He was there in pre-season. I don't know. But either way, it's going to be very, very interesting. I do want to quickly go over now to the sponsor of this video. I want to talk a little bit more about FanTeam. FanTeam is very, very fascinating, and I'm very honoured to be working with them. Look, if you don't know what FanTeam is, basically, what it is, it's dead easy. Do you find like FPL a lot? I do personally. I played FPL at all, but you got to pick 11 players. You got to pick subs. Sometimes you don't have enough time. I understand that. It's hard to keep track of, and sometimes there's no incentive either. There's no cash value. This, of course, involves money. It's 18 plus to enter, of course, but there's a little bit more edge to it. It's about simplicity, FanTeam. That's what I really enjoy about it. And the game that we're going to push today that you can play is the £10,000 Big Pick 6 contest on Sunday. It's for Sunday's games, and it's dead easy to enter. Basically, all you do is just pick any 6 players full stop from this Sunday's games. There's no limit in terms of budget. There's no positional limit. It's just any 6 players. Though there's only 3 per team from each team, so 3 Chelsea players, 3 Liverpool players, based on this Sunday's games. And of course, this Sunday's fixtures are as follows. Let me just bring them up right now to talk about them. We've got obviously Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Newcastle, Palace, Spurs, West Ham United. So you've got to pick 6 players, just 6 players, and that's it. It's about your understanding of who is playing right now and who isn't. That's it. It's dead simple. You pick the players that you think will smash it on Sunday, and if you do, you could be in a chance to win a big chunk of that 10k pot, £10,000 pot. And the best thing about it is, like, the top 20% tend to win some money as well. So, like, it's not like you just have to finish top to win money. Top 20%. You've got a 1 in 5 chance to get some money from these. And there is exclusive offers today as well if you sign up using the link, which is pinned currently in the live chat or in the top comment. So if you sign up by the time City kick off tomorrow, which is 3 p.m, of course, you'll get a free ticket to enter the £10,000 Big Pick 6 contest on Sunday. So all you got to do is click the link and enter. There is no deposit required. It's free to enter. So you got to sign up, and you're in a chance to win a share of the 10k prize pool, which is very, very exciting. And on top of that as well, there's a very exclusive offer to you guys as City fans for partnering with me, Esteemed Kompany. You can get an additional free entry to future Big Pick 6 contests per goal City score. So if City score 3 goals, City score 3 goals. You'll get free entries if you entered using this link tomorrow, today, before tomorrow's game kickoff, which is very, very cool as well. So basically, if you City score 3 goals, you'll get free, as in 1, 2, 3, £2 open tickets. Most comps are £2 entry. Once again, there's no deposit required. You just got to watch City, hope they score loads of goals, and you'll get loads of free entries coming in. It's fun as well, and it's a special offer from me, guys, to you. Do you want to win a retro shirt? This is sort of my deal. I thought it'd be fun to offer a little bit more as a sign up. Whoever finishes highest of the new entries could win a retro shirt of your choice. So that's what I thought would be a really cool thing. I'm on mancity.com right now. I'd get you a retro shirt of your choice, including like the one I'm wearing, and I'll give it as a prize to whoever finishes highest in the Big Pick 6 table of the Esteemed Kompany entrance if you use the link below. So I think that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. This is my team, by the way, which I've gone for. I've gone for these players. Nice and simple, really. Palmer is absolutely banging form. Jackson as well. I think the Salah and Diaz will have a good game against Arsenal. I've gone for Jarrod Bowen and Solanke as well. I think Bowen's almost nailed on at score against United. He's the kind of guy who will do. And I reckon Solanke, I think I can imagine him scoring. I think they've got Spurs, Palace, haven't they? Solanke, I can see him scoring. So these are the teams that I've gone for. It's a good old pot, around 10k. Fingers crossed when you guys win. Enter right now. And fingers crossed one of you guys, will win a retro shirt and some of that 10k pot there. Basically, the points are dead simple. They're like FPL points. Simple as that. The points are very simple, no budget. And it's available for countries outside Europe. I think it's 27 countries, liquor shop. So fingers crossed it's one of you guys. So yeah, give it a go. Enter. Let me know how you get on. And fingers crossed one of you guys will be walking home with an awful lot of money. Thanks very much for watching this bit about Fan Team. Check the link. Click it. Got to do it by 3 p.m. tomorrow to enter. It's free to enter, so it's worth it. Go. Don't forget, no deposit required. 18 plus, obviously, and gamble responsibly. Let's go over to Southampton now, the opposition bit. They are not having the best time. Russell Martin's been sort of criticised for not compromising. They've not won a single game. They've lost 7. They conceded a whole bunch of goals. They are essentially joint bottom of the table, the 19th. They're right there with Wolves. Only 1 goal stops them from being bottom of the table, and they've had a pretty disastrous start. It's not been easy, of course. It's never easy. Newcastle away is a hard first game. They did lose to Forest at home, which isn't great. They did lose away to Brentford. They got battered by Man United. Shame on them for that, by the way. Who gets battered by Man United? That's how bad you have to be. Drew against Ipswich Town. They lost to Bournemouth. They got beat by Arsenal. Then lost last weekend to Leicester City, which wasn't ideal, of course, there. Archer and Aribo, got some goals, but Ryan Fraser's red card cost them massively. As you can see there, Vardy scored, Jordan Ayew scored. It turned around for them. They actually were doing pretty well up until that point as well. Look, they play aggressive. They don't compromise. They've got Till Howard Bellis, of course, you may know. Brereton, Diaz is not currently available, I don't think. They are a good side, and they are... They're just a little bit naive right now, and maybe they don't have the quality. They haven't got Ryan Fraser, no Gavin Bazzuno, Ross Stewart, William Smallbone. They are missing quite a few players. So it's going to be interesting to see how they get on. I suspect they'll line up something like Stevens, Bednarak, Howard Bellis, Walker Peters, loads of experience there, Rebo, Downs, Fernandez, Manning, Dibbling and Archer. Dibbling, of course, is like a 17-year-old. He's a young lad, isn't he? So, yeah, look, I'm expecting this should be pretty comfortable. Look, we should really turn up here, and as good as they can be, the only issue we've got is to sort of, and I'll go into predictions here, is solve our own problem of conceding goals too soon and too early. We have a tendency to switch off and give sloppy goals away. That is our biggest problem. City sort that out, and I'm hoping we do. And I'll go back to obviously the lineup that we've got here. That I'm thinking it will be something like that. Look, if I was Guardiola, you want to see Nunes up here. He'll play there. SAVINHO will play there. Foden will play close to Haaland as he always does. Vardy will want to get up here. So will he. I want Kanji just to stay back. I'd be tempted by Ake for this one instead of Diaz, actually. Ake for his pace. Ake and I think actually would do that. Ake alongside Vardial with a Kanji there, and I think this was sort of there's a nice balance there. You'd have these guys sort of covering with the pace. Kovacic's told to stay deep. Bernardo and Foden. I think there's a nice balance there because Vardial and Lewis will both want to go forward naturally. And Kanji and Ake have both got our best counter-attacking pace, so I'm hoping he does that. I think it might be Diaz, but that's what I'm hoping he does because I think Ake, if he's available for another game in a row, just stop those counters down the channels. You know, Kanji and Ake will do that really well. Kovacic he's got a decent pace, but he's not a good reader of the game defensively. That's not his fault. If we do that, this should be comfortable. You know, it should be. I want Foden to, pick up again where he left off the other day and get a goal or two. And fingers crossed, it's enough because it's not going to be easy. I do think we'll win. I'm going to say actually we get the clean sheet. That's eluded us. I think it's going to be 4-0. I'm pretty confident. I think Haaland's going to bag a hat-trick. And I keep saying this, but Haaland a couple. I think Sevilla gets his first goal. And like a surprise like Rico Lewis, someone like that. I want Savino to get his first goal. I think he needs it. But this game is important. Look, keep winning your games right now. You keep finding a way to win. Because it's not easy, I look at City's games coming up here. Well, all around us, I've had tough games we have as well. We've got Spurs, in the Carabao Cup. It's going to be hard because we've got no one to rotate. We've got Bournemouth away. You'd think we'd beat that, but that won't be easy. They'll be quite aggressive because they are. Sporting away. Then we've got Brighton away. It's a bunch of then Spurs at home. It's not going to be easy, these games, man. And Liverpool, it's getting a bit tricky. So just keep finding a way to get some points right now. I think we'll do it. I think it'll be 4-0. I'm pretty confident. But we will see. There's no guarantee as there whatsoever. There's absolutely no guarantee that we'll get the 3 points unless we're really, really, really focused. Guys, let me know your predictions, of course, in the comments below. And once again, please consider checking out Fan Team. Free to enter, 18 plus to participate, of course. But it's an exclusive offer for viewers of Esteemed Kompany. Free to enter. And once again, every goal City score is a free entry for the week after. So if Haaland grabs 5 tomorrow, you're getting 5 entries next week, which is great. Don't forget the T&Cs apply always. So click the link in the description to sign up for Fan Team. Grab your free entry to the 10k Big Pick 6 contest. Get more free entries with every goal City score on Saturday. If you choose to deposit, don't forget about the extra £10 in free entries as part of Fan Team's standard welcome offer. And I'll be covering Fan Team for a few more games as well, so pay attention to it. And don't forget, whoever finishes highest of the EK entries, you could get a free retro shirt. I'll give it as a competition for a competition winner. Guys, thanks for watching. Let me know your predictions, and I'll see you live for the watch along tomorrow over on bigup.com. For now, though, have a wonderful Friday evening. I'll catch you tomorrow. Come on, you Blues.